Hi, and welcome back to Glider Sim. This is a game that I haven't really played much, just because I kind of went into the challenges. I did each of the challenges. Yes, it's still registered that I'd done each of the challenges. And then I kind of felt like I'd sort of run out of things to record with this, but it's had a lot of updates. There's been a lot of changes and everything in the last, I don't know, it's maybe like 6 months since I last played this or something like that. So I thought I'd dip back in and have a look. One of the things that seems to have changed quite a lot is there is now, just change my headset position. There's now multiplayer, but I was having a little look through and there's no rooms. I mean, obviously I could create a room and maybe I'll do that, I don't, but the fact that there are no rooms suggests to me, oh yeah, the ping rate to North America is definitely worse than Europe. What's Asia like? Oh yeah, that's really slow. South America and Australia. Yeah, they're definitely slower than Europe. Yeah, Europe's the best one. But the fact that there are no rooms anywhere suggests that no one else is playing this at the moment, which is a bit of a shame because I can actually see this being really fun. I also feel like this is a game that, I don't know, maybe it would make more sense to stream it rather than record it. But unfortunately, it's another one of those games that doesn't allow me to, and this is the thing I need to get to the bottom of, but with some games that you just can't pull up the Steam VR dashboard, which means I can't pull up chat, which means, you know, it's not as much fun because, like, people sometimes want to drop in and say hello when you're streaming, and if you can't see chat, well, you know, what's the point? Yeah, I feel like this would be more of a streamable thing than it would be a recordable thing. But yeah, I can't see how to do it. Not, at least not with the Meta Quest 2 Oculus thing headset. So anyway, I'm going to go in and just do a bit of free flight and see what it looks like. The last time I played it, it looked fairly good anyway. Ooh, I see it's in App Lab, which suggests it's coming Quest native. This would be great Quest native, actually. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, let's go with paraglider. Launch site, we've got lots of launch sites. Ooh, I can choose the different colour schemes. None of them really do it for me. We'll stick with it. Let's just go with it as it is. Whoa. So apparently there's no wind at the moment. So it does look a little different to the last time I played it. It looks a little bit more colourful maybe. Right, so remember, lean forward. And we're off. Oh yeah, there's a landing zone over there, but let's just go for a bit of a fly. I don't think the thermal things are turned on or anything like that. I didn't configure the thermals, so this is just flying around. I can, oh, yes, I was going to say I can hear a engine of some description. There's an aircraft flying over there. So it still has that same problem with the where the engine sound for that aircraft seems to be coming from. There's no relation to where that aircraft is. It certainly doesn't have that level of sound design in it. This feels good though. Like, my hands feel pretty much where my hands are. My body feels reasonable scale. I definitely feel like I'm flying above the ground. This is another one of those, you know, very VR peak experiences, not peak VR experiences. So if I pull down on both these, what does that do? That isn't doing much. So it's slowing me down a little bit. No. I don't think I quite know how these controls work. So let's head towards the landing zone. Nice and gently. Oh, I can see my shadow down there. I think we can do a gentle turn. Let's try a gentle turn. Whoa. not too fast. So do I release on the right and pull down on the left? Keep pulling down. Don't want to turn too fast because I don't want to go into a spin. Yeah, it's working. It's definitely working. I didn't notice that aircraft turn round. Well, that worked. So I feel like I'm a bit too high for the landing zone, but it's kind of hard to gauge as well. Ooh, I heard some kind of bird, an eagle presumably. Oh, it's quite tough on your arms, holding your arms up. So using these buttons I can put my foot out. Okay, so that makes me go into a bit more of a dive. Bring my foot in, feet in. Oh, there's the bird. So I kind of want to aim for landing zone. Try and get low down. I feel like I'm coming in a bit too fast. Do you think I can do it? Let's just shallow this out a little bit. No, I think I was doing okay actually. Whoa. Damn. We're down. I feel like that could have gone better. Right, what's the menu? No, that's not the menu. That's not the menu either. That's the menu. There we go. So let's restart. What can we do? Thermal activity. Ooh. Let's have a bit of wind. Ooh, maybe not that much. 8 kilometers of wind. We'll have wind particles. Render trails. And thermal visualization. That seems good. Oh wow. Okay. That might be a bit OTT. So what does render trails do? I'm not seeing what the... Oh, I see. Just the render trails just seems to make a bit of a change to how the wind is shown. Thermal particles. I don't think I quite understand what the render trails thing is. So if I turn on wind particles but turn off render trails, I don't get the difference. Right, so if I turn on thermal particles, can I see anything? I can't. Oh, I see the thermal particles, yeah. So there's those going around there, those kind of, yeah, yellow things. The thermal visualization is like a bit full on and obvious. Okay, we'll go with that. Let's try mini wing, speed wing. No, I'll stick with the paraglider for now. Okay, grab you, grab you. Lean forward. The leaning forward to get going thing actually feels quite good, but then it doesn't seem to make any difference after that. Right, so there's some thermals over there. So let's see if we can go ride those. Or a thermal over there. So I seem to remember, yeah, it's about being under the clouds that are forming. So let's get into this area here and then see if we start going up. We start going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, Hey. Just gonna ride this. I just remembered as well, seeing and hearing the bird. The birds are probably a clue for the thermals as well, aren't they? So altitude is definitely increasing nicely. This feels quite good, I gotta say. It's a thing of, on the one hand I feel I should play this more often, but there's not really much repeating gameplay to be had. Oh, I've slipped out of the thermal. Let's try and come back around. It's a great experience and it feels really good to play. You know, it feels like I'm, you know, paragliding or something like that. Not that I know what that feels like, but I feel like I'm getting a virtual version of that for sure. But I also feel like there needs to be something to keep me coming back to it. So if I take Mount Wingsuit or Mount Wingsuit 2 for example, that's really not a difficult gameplay mechanic there, and there's not much to it. Once you've figured out the controls, it's just the same old thing all the time. Can I? Oops, looking out. But the fact that you've got lots of different drop points and lots of routes to go through, and you know, trying to find hidden things and perfect routes and all that kind of stuff, that keeps me going back. That keeps me wanting to play it. Whereas this, it only seems to have 3 challenges and then that's it. So this is a great idea. It's a great game. It feels like a really great implementation of it. It feels nicely immersive, but it's sort of missing that draw. It's missing something to pull me back in. I mean, as I say, I can't remember how long it is since I bought this and last played it. It feels like at least 6 months, if not more. And you know, basically it's because I've seen the updates coming through and everything, and been saying to myself, oh, I should, you know, dip back into there. But I didn't see anything that suggested there was more content, and that's sort of what it lacks. And you get this with various VR games that, you know, they kind of seem to try and survive on the strength of the experience. Which is fair, because you know, one of the big selling points, one of the big draws of VR is you get to immersively experience things that, while you could do it 2D, it's just not quite the same. But you can only find the experience novel for so long, and then you need a bit more content. And I feel like that's what this lacks. See if we can make it up to 3,000. And I think this is still, I think I saw in the menu at the start of this that, you know, this is still considered early access. So, you know, that's fair. Hopefully there'll be more content. I suppose this is an interesting thing as well, is the fact that they're obviously aiming to actually do a version, or there is a version in the works, or, well, actually it seems like it's available, native on the Quest 2. That does seem to have been a thing for many games over the past year or so, where they, and I don't mean this disparagingly, but you know, they get distracted by chasing the Quest 2 market, and the PCVR version, which came first, sort of stagnates a wee bit, and I can't blame them. There's going to be a much bigger market, I would have thought, of folk who have a Quest 2 and don't use it for PCVR than there are PCVR users. So you know, that's, if you're going to chase VR money, That's probably the sensible place to chase it. But it does mean that, yeah, you kind of seem to lose out a little bit if you bought the PCVR version. Because, yeah, often it feels like you've helped bootstrap the development, and then the development effort goes elsewhere. But I can't complain. Yeah, eventually it's going to feed back. Or, you know, standalone headsets are going to get so much better that you don't really need to faff around with a PC, and there's going to be a whole bunch of really good standalone VR games. Because, you know, I would love that. I would love to not have to bugger around with a PC. I'd love to not have to be, you know, running a Windows box and stuff like that, and wires coming off it, off my headset and everything. I mean, I know I can wirelessly do what I'm doing right now with the PC and everything, but it just feels like a lot more faff. Oh, I've gone through 3K. Right, let's exit this thermal. See if we start a drop as I exit. The idea of doing this for real, oh yeah, there we go. The idea of doing this for real is terrifying though. I like the idea. I really do like the idea, but at the same time, the idea of being sat up here just with just that thing up there and a bunch of webbing, you know, a harness just between me and certain doom is kind of terrifying. Let's see if we can get down to the aerial. So I'm raising my arms as much as possible. I'm trying to lose height as quickly as possible. So I'm dropping at what? Nearly 5 meters a second now, I think. If I'm reading that correctly. Yeah, so the scale on the left hand side seems to match the number up in the top right, so yeah, I feel like I'm reading that correctly. So if I bring my legs in, that really slows the rate of descent. Cool. I don't know how big the map is and what happens when you hit the edge. Can I drop faster? Lean forward a bit. Oh yeah, that's really going down. Oh, the problem is that seems to have then caused me to... Yeah, it's almost like dropping quickly then means I travel so fast that I actually generate quite a lot of lift, and I feel like I'm in danger of getting into a really horrible oscillation. I just wanted to do a flyby of the aerial and then sort of... Oh, that was a massive amount of stutter then. Everything lagged. I thought I was actually going to crash. Wonder what that was. I wonder if that was some more assets loading in or something like that. So I'm quite a way off the landing zone. Let's try and do a faster turn. I'm trying to lose some height over here. Something down there. I can't actually make out what it is. It's like a hole of some description in the ground, I think. There's another thermal forming there. I need to avoid that because I'm trying to actually lose height. I do like this. It feels really good. Oh, it's getting a bit unsteady. I just wish there was Well, I just wish there was a bit of a challenge to it. I wish it had some of the draw of Mount Wingsuit 2, or Mount Wingsuit, either of the Mount Wingsuit games. I just wish it had the draw of either of those in terms of challenges and things like that. 3 challenges doesn't seem like much gameplay. On the other hand, I mean, the reason why I originally bought this was, you know, I was looking for something that just gave a... Well, originally I was kind of looking for a parachuting experience, and I still haven't found a proper parachuting VR experience. And failing that, I was looking for a hang gliding experience, which this kind of gives. Actually, did this have hang gliders in? Or is it the other one that I accidentally bought first before this, thinking it was this that I was buying? What's that one called? Glider Island or something like that? Which I haven't played in ages. It was kind of fun. See, that ironically, that one does have the kind of more gameplay challenge thing going on, but it was a bit too arcadey. Right, I've managed to lose enough height. See if we can do a flyby of this aerial. Just cause franchise fan in me wants to actually grapple onto that now and then blow it up. I wonder if I can do an orbit of it and survive. Let's try. Am I going to have enough height? I think I'm going to do it. I think I've got enough. Yep, I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, you did it. Right, let's head down to the landing zone. Knowing how quickly to lose height is a bit of a challenge in this. Because, like, how could I kind of, having played so many flight sims over the years and things like that, I kind of feel like I have a bit of an intuitive understanding of glide slopes and things like that. I can generally get a feel from some distance out whether I'm on a good glide slope or not. This feels like I'm too high at the moment, but then I'm aware of the fact that I don't have an engine. So yeah, I want to lose a lot more height because I feel like I'm coming in way too high to actually get into that landing zone. But it's hard to gauge because what I've been finding when in this is like that last landing I did, it felt like I was on a good glide slope until the very last moment, and then it all just seemed to go to pot. So yeah, I feel I'm too high, so I feel like I need to come round the end of this car park and then swing my way in. Which is probably good practice anyway, rather than coming in over those houses. And it means I get to observe the landing zone and give myself plenty of time to make sure it's clear and things like that, right? Let's start a gentle turn, still trying to lose height. And avoid that thermal over those trees there. Don't want to be gaining height. So now I feel I'm coming in a bit too shallow. And I'm going to lose height. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to land in the car park. Really, it's kind of tough to gauge, which makes it fun actually. Oh, I'm feeling the wind. As I get closer, I'm really feeling the wind causing me to drift off. Okay, I'm definitely going to come down in the car park. I don't think I'm going to make the landing zone. Well, this is starting to feel like an okay landing. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's close enough. That was close enough. Right, what was the menu? That was the menu. Okay, so you can't set up interesting weather. Yeah, that was fun. It's definitely fun, but needs more challenges. Yeah, I've done the 3 challenges, and yeah, it definitely needs more. As I say, the multiplayer sounds like it'd be fun, but yeah, all I can do is create a room. I can edit. If I edit the name, oh, I can type in the name and everything. So I suppose there's that. Force off window tunnels, enable mid-air collisions. Oh, that sounds fun. I'd do that if I thought anyone was going to turn up, but the fact that there are no rooms there already kind of suggests, I don't know, yeah, maybe that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, if no one's creating rooms, then no one's going to think anyone else is playing. But I think I will leave that there. I like this. It's yeah, it is early access, there we go. It is lots of fun, it just needs more content, I feel. I should have a look. I should follow them on Twitter. I can't remember if I follow them on Twitter or not. I should go and check it out and everything. Yeah, I really like this. Keep head level, limit field of view, render trails, metric units. Yeah, imperial units USA. Yeah, the UK would like a word. Although really we're supposed to use metric, but you know what I like. Yeah. That's Glider Slim. Dip back into it. I want more content, and actually I wish I could pull up the Steam overlay so I could pull up chat, and then it would totally be a thing that I could just like sit and stream and just chill and everything. It would be kind of fun. But from this, dip back into Glider Sim to see how it's changed and see what's different in it since I last played it. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.